You've taken out a gym membership, you've hit the gym, you started working out, and you've decided to make a couple of changes in your life, try lose some weight, get a bit healthier. Fantastic, you've taken the first step. You've done this before though, maybe. You've lost a bit of weight in the beginning, but then you plateau, and then you sort of realize that you're struggling, you don't know how to lose more weight or what's going on. This has always worked for you, and then the weight doesn't want to go down anymore, and then you start thinking, well, it's not worth all the work I'm doing in the gym, and you sort of give up. I do realize that we're all different and we all do things differently, but I think that when we embark on something that is as serious as wanting to lose a lot of weight and wanting to get healthier, that we do need to have some kind of plan and some kind of idea of where we are exactly at the moment when we start and where we want to get to. Just saying I'm going to cut out sugar, cut out bread, great, it's fine. It's not really going to cut it long term. Having an idea of where you are, what you are doing currently, over the 2-3 week period, you're averaging of what you're eating, what you're drinking, having an idea of that, and then from that being able to build your own eating plan, your own eating ideas around that, focusing on obviously having a little bit of an energy deficit is going to see you make much better progress. If you know exactly where you are, if you exactly know where you need to be, it does help you as you go along, because you can play around with those numbers. You can you learn to see exactly what you're eating and how much you're eating, and you get to see exactly how that affects you. It's like every second person I speak to, and the majority of people that come and see me, generally the first thing they do is, all right, George, how's it? I'm going to cut out carbs, I'm going to cut out sugars, and things like that. I'm going to work out, and great, yeah, it works. You lose a bit of weight in the beginning, and then you start plateauing, and you don't know where to go from that. That's because you don't really know exactly where you are as far as your energy needs are, and you're sort of just winging it. So yeah, in life, certain things you can wing it, you can do whatever, that's great. I don't expect everybody to be like me. I'm very much a planner. If I decide to do something and I go all in, I really research, I make sure that I know I've got all the information, and then I plan. I know exactly where I am. I do realize not everybody's like me. I do realize there's some people that are not really into stuff like that. They like to sort of just, go with it and see what happens. And that's fine too. But when you are trying to make a big adjustment in your life, and it's a serious adjustment, you're spending money on a fortune on gym clothes, you're spending a fortune on your gym membership, you're going to the supplement stores, you're having a look at supplements, you're spending a fortune on supplements and things like that, but you're not looking at the very important parts that makes everything fit together, and that is exactly how much are you eating or consuming as far as your energy goes. And if you don't know those numbers, then you're always going to come stuck or get stuck. And you're not really going to have an idea of what you as an individual need to get through a day just living. What happens is if you start checking and tracking what you're doing, tracking what you're eating, you sort of get an idea of how much a portion of food looks for you, and how much your portion of food looks and how much it should be. Size-wise, you get an idea. You realize that what certain foods makes you feel like. Does it make you feel inflamed? Do you get inflamed? Do you feel lethargic? And you sort of get an idea because you're tracking. You're having a look at exactly what you're eating. You get an idea what stuff to stay away from. If you're eating foods that makes you feel inflamed and makes you feel uncomfortable, 10 to 1, those foods are giving you inflammation, and those foods are going to work against you, or those types of foods are going to work against you if you're trying to lose weight. So I really suggest that when you start working out, and when you start really, if you're serious about wanting to lose weight and you want it to be long term, you want it to be something that's permanent, that you're going to be able to do, the best thing to do is to exactly have an idea of what you're doing nutrition wise. So download that app, start tracking what you're eating, track your workouts, plan your workouts, get an idea of where your nutrition is, and then start looking at those numbers over a couple of periods, and then start building your own weekly eating plan. So like from Monday to Sunday, get a book out and say, right, this is my breakfast, this is my lunch, this is my dinner, this is what I've got to aim for, this is what I'm going to do on weekends. When I go out and bride, this is what I've got to aim for. When I go out and eat at a restaurant, these are what I'm going to look at. These are good types of foods to eat and good combinations of food to eat. Have a plan. Don't just like wing it, or you know, I'm going to cut out sugar and everything should be fine. Yes, it's going to give you some instant numbers, but it's not going to help you long term. And this is really, I'm going to say it again, if you really are serious about this, if you really are serious that, man, George, I really need to lose weight, I'm extremely unhealthy, I've put on so much weight, I feel terrible, I feel uncomfortable, then this is the right way to go about it. I know most people don't want to track. I get that. But if you can do this for a short period of time, just that you can get your eye in, just that you can see what you eat or how much you eat and how much your portions should look like and how much a portion of food should look like, it gives you an idea that later on you can throw away the tracking app and you'll have an idea of where you need to be as far as your meals go, and gives you good habits and good skills to plan ahead for when you go out and eat with family and friends and do the social stuff. This is strictly for guys that really feel that this is important. For those that want to make definite changes, this is the way you should go about it. If you're going to come and all you want to do is have a workout, get a bit of a sweat on, get stronger, and you're really not bothered about what you're eating, then by all means don't do this, carry on as you are. But if you really are serious, you really want to make changes and lasting changes, and really sort of educate yourself on what is good for you in terms of the numbers, the quantity, and what is good for you in terms of the type. You know, I always use my own self as an example. I don't do well on pasta. I love it. So I've sort of like put it away. I might have something with pasta once every 2 months, but very small, because it doesn't make me feel great. I feel inflamed the next day, doesn't agree with me. A lot with certain other types of carbs, especially highly processed stuff, I need to avoid because I know how I feel, and then when I get inflamed, that will work against me in my long-term goal of trying to feel good, feel healthy, feel stronger, and all those kinds of stuff. So I hope this video has helped, and as usual, if you guys like what I'm putting out there, it'd be great if you can share it, it'd be great if you can like it, it'd be great if you can put in a message. Any of those three would be fantastic, and I'll appreciate it so much.